What's going on, Titans fans? It was another long Sunday afternoon. The Titans fell 33-19 to the Rams. Man, there's not a lot of good in this video, but I'm going to touch on it briefly. I thought in this moment, right before half, Cam Ward had finally arrived to the NFL. He did everything you're not supposed to do. Roll out to your right, throw against your body, but he did it. Laid an absolute dime to Alec Elamander in the back of the end zone for both of their first touchdown. And I thought, okay, wow, they have this connection now. We're going to go into the halftime. We're going into the halftime with a lead, 13-10. I thought, okay, this is it. We're going to shock the world and we're going to beat the Rams. And this is Cam Ward's coming out party. And then the Titans came out from the second half and nothing had changed. No game plan differed from the first half. I think that in the first half, Brian Callahan's play calling seemed a lot better. It seemed like they were trying to do more bootlegs and move the pocket and kind of kick Cam Ward out. So that way, he's not just standing there getting destroyed by the defensive line coming at you. We did give up 5 sacks in this game. Not much better than the week 1, but Cam Ward did seem a little bit better, a little bit more poised, playing, made better decisions. Still no interceptions yet. 1 touchdown, that's all he's had so far. But I thought the play calling in the first half seemed a little bit better. I was like, okay, I think maybe Brian Callahan has gotten the hang of this. No, because we go into halftime with the lead, 13-10, and we don't change a damn thing. We don't come up with any new schemes. We don't plan against Puka Nacua, who is just destroying our team. No, we don't plan any of that stuff. We just go in the mindset of, okay, we're doing pretty good. Let's just keep running what we're doing. Let's just keep doing this. I don't think they're going to figure it out. Well, guess what? They figured it out. Really the only good highlight I have is the Cam Ward touchdown. Other than that, though, it's the same recipe from week 1. Is we're going to try to run the ball as much as we possibly can and just hope you guys don't beat us on offense. And guess what? The Rams did. They beat us on offense. The Rams looked bad in the first half. I don't know if a different Rams team showed up in the first half, and that's maybe why we looked so good. But in the second half, the Rams definitely turned it on. Put up, 23 points in the second half to the Titans, only 6. Man, it was another rough, long day being a Tennessee Titans fan. What I'm waiting on, and I know a lot of you guys are too, is this offensive-minded guru in Brian Callahan. Where does the guru come into play? When does that happen? Because, yes, the play call in the first half seemed a little bit better. We're doing the bootlegs, we're moving the pocket for Cam Ward, but it's nothing different than I see at my local high school every Friday night when I watch the games. It's the same play calling. O-line is freaking terrible. I don't know how long J.C. Latham's going to be out, but God, I hope he can come back. Because Ojoku, you saw in the first drive, this man is atrocious. I don't know how he made the NFL. I'm not saying I could do it, but good God. Can we not find a right tackle? How hard is it to just go sign somebody? Anyone would be better than these guys. Cam was sacked 5 times in this game, bringing his overall total up to 11. That's 11 sacks in just 2 games. This is your franchise quarterback just laying on the ground after getting hit because we can't find an O-line to block to save our life. And to go back to the play calling, right before half, we got an interception. Cody Barton intercepted Matthew Stafford, and I thought, okay, we're in the perfect position. Let's take some shots, try to get a touchdown. What's the worst that could happen? But no, we just sit there and we want to eat clock just to set up a Joey Sly field goal. Why do we not just try to take a shot? Why? I don't understand it. This safe play that you're trying to go into halftime with just a 3-point lead against the Los Angeles Rams, you think that's going to last? I don't understand the play calling there because we burned, I think it was 2 of our timeouts just to stop the clock, just to kick the field goal. Why not just try a shot to the end zone? Why? I don't get it. And also, too, like I said, we go in the halftime with a 3-point lead. We don't make any adjustments. We don't try to change up the scheme to try to stop Puka Nacua because he just continues to eat up our defense. We don't change any of our schemes. Our play callings don't change. It's like Brian Callahan goes into the game and he has the first half scripted out, and that's it. That's all he has. He's like, well, this is all I need, and I'll just repeat this in the second half. Defenses see it coming. My biggest area of concern is that the defense plays this bend, don't break method where they give up so many yards in between the 20s, and then they play really tough in the red zone. So that is also frustrating. Is like the defense can just march down the field as fast as they want, as quick as they want. Our defensive line is not getting any pressure. We got a sack in each game, but there's not really been anything to like throw the other quarterback off. Matthew Stafford had all day to throw it. And you have someone like Matthew Stafford back there just all day deciding where he wants to put the ball. Yeah, he's going to make completions. He's going to have a big game. So our D-line has to get more pressure on the quarterback. Because our secondary, it's not good. L'Jarius Sneed, he had a few good plays, but he got away with a lot of penalties too. Like there's a lot of times where I was like, I'm really shocked they didn't call that. You saw Devontae Adams just eat up L'Jarius Sneed. So there's a lot of things that with our defense that we play good at certain times, but we're not getting any pressure on the quarterback, and he just has all day to sit back there and throw the ball. And that's not a recipe for success. That's going to eat us up all day long. On a positive note, we did see better play out of our receivers. I think Cam Ward basically just told Calvin Ridley, like, hey, screw you, bud. I'm not throwing to you anymore unless you can prove to me that you're going to catch it. I'm just going to go to this rookie over here. And that's pretty much what he did. I saw a lot of times where Cam Ward would just look at him and just point, and he'd throw the ball up. Alec Manor had that awesome catch where he just, like, sandwiched it in between his helmet. Remnants of David Tyree in the Super Bowl. Man, I just thought that they were going to build that connection and just keep that connection going, but it seemed like it just stayed in the locker room with them. That mojo just didn't come out of the locker room for the second half. One thing I will say that is another level of concern is how long Cam Ward holds the ball. He'll take this big 7-9 step drop back and just bounce like he's got all day, like he's at the University of Miami, still with that offensive line, just stand back there all day bouncing, and he does not have that much time. I think definitely one of these sacks of the 5 definitely was Cam's fault, just for holding on to the ball way too long. He's got to do a better job of going through his reads faster to make his decision, because he doesn't have all day to stand back there and throw it, especially behind this offensive line. Next week we have the Colts, who shocked the NFL world, and they beat the Broncos. Never thought Danny Dimes looked better than he did yesterday. But they are now 2-0. The Jaguars are 1-1, and we are 0-2. The Texans play tonight, so we don't know how that's going to fall out. But just another example of just the hot seat is getting hotter and hotter. Like we turned it up just a little notch for Brian Callahan going into Week 3. I'm still sticking to my bold statement that if we lose to the Texans and the Colts, Brian Callahan is gone. Probably Bones Fossil or Denard Wilson will be named interim head coach. But I don't know who we go out and get in the offseason. I don't know. What's your prediction, guys? I want to know what you guys think. When will Brian Callahan get fired? Because it's happening. Like, there's no way. He is now 3-16 over 2 seasons. Just reminds me so much of the Ken Wisenhunt era. Oh my God, it was terrible. But if you are a Titans fan, sound off in the comments. We can treat this like a therapy session where we can all get through this together. It's going to be a long season, guys. I don't know. I was so excited for the season. So excited to see what we could do. And it's just like it's already off to an 0-2 start. Deep breaths. Hopefully good things are to come. Cam Ward is showing progress, so that is good. But I don't know how long he can continue to get sacked and stay healthy and stay, in the mindset he has. But, Mom, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks, guys.